Welcome to the Flytill Podcast. We're back once again. We got a very special guest in the building, man. A great friend of mine, black businessman, motivational, and just a true hustler of the utmost respect. So, introduce yourself, sir.
What's going on? My name is Biles, Xavier J. Biles. I'm a sartorial artist, born and raised from Chicago. I'm here to support my boyfriend.
Hey, man, glad you're here today to support us and, you know what I'm saying, come to the Flytill Podcast. We do this weekly. And we've been having a lot of musical guests on, a lot of different people, but you got a really interesting, profession. So that's what I like to bring. So as I like to do with every guest, man, I want your comic book story. I want to see where you started from, the origin, and then we're gonna take it all the way up to college, and then I'm gonna bring you in. Gotcha.
Okay, cool. First and foremost, from Chicago, you know that. Born and raised all my life. Went to Michelle Clark High School. Then I transferred my senior year to the suburbs to rural Illinois.
Okay.
Finished playing ball there. From there, I was in and out of trouble. So that was part of the reason why I went to rural Illinois. Outside of that, I ended up going to USC, University of Chicago, my freshman year.
Okay.
On a partial scholarship for basketball.
Sure.
From there, I ended up transferring to Talladega College. Right there, and finished playing basketball.
Florida.
Oh, no, in Alabama.
Oh, Alabama.
Talladega, Alabama. My bad, man. And then eventually ended up graduating from there. Yeah.
Man, that's hard, man. So I like to stay there with the basketball career, man. You like most of us as African American children, we grow up. That's pretty much all we see. We see Mike, Kobe, Bron, and you know what I'm saying. That's all that's presented to us as ways of success. And then, as you get to college, you graduated, finished that up. How was it when you graduated college? What were you thinking when you walked across that stage? And then after all that, fanfare, family loving you and everything, how did you feel after? Like I said, what was your next steps?
I felt a few different ways, to be honest with you. One being definitely emotional. I'm the first graduate in my family, so it's definitely on my mother and my father's side. So definitely emotional, and then also the year prior to graduation, I lost my brother. So I was on the verge. A lot of people don't know this. I was on the verge of dropping out. I was about to stop playing ball and everything, just drop out, go back to the city. But I didn't. So definitely emotional. Outside of that, on a more other scale, it was like, damn, like, what now? You know what I'm saying? One of those feelings because I think in college you got a certain level of security. You don't have to. You're not forced to. Or boxed in the corner, really think about your next steps. But once you walk across the stage, it's like, all right, it's done. What now? You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the two things that really came across my mind. And the emotional part of what happened. From there, it was just, what now? I really had to figure it out fast.
Man, for sure. And you segued to where I needed to be. I like that. What now? What's next and everything. So that's big, bro. As far as the after college experience, and they tell us, like you said, with security, go find a job, to go do this, to go do that. And you get into this world of, fitting clothing. I want to kind of figure out where did the love and the stuff come for that, because that's just amazing.
Man, so funny thing, a lot of people don't know this because I never really shared. First and foremost, I quit probably every job I had. Don't care what it was. So initially after I graduated, I had a few different jobs. One was vacuum. So vacuum, bro. Like it was some high level vacuum thing I was dealing with, and I think I was there for a week.
Couldn't do it.
I said, it wasn't for me.
Yeah,
it wasn't. It wasn't the style I was getting. I just graduated. I'm like, I didn't go through all that. You know what I'm saying? To just do this. So I quit a week after. Dude called me. I'm like, you probably won't see me back, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. So from there, I bounced around. Not really bounced around, but I had 2 other gigs that I went to. Quit both of them. But as far as fashion, I always had a passion for it. I've been doing it for a very long time before I graduated college. I've always been into fashion, even throughout college. I was a stylist at one point. I always did. I started off with this brand called the Gentleman's Guide. So it's pretty much giving styling tips. So I used to be a blogger, real good blogger. It went from there to going to from neckties, bow ties, men's accessories, all the way up to now suits, tuxedo.
Man, that's key. I like what you said there because it's always been in you. Like same with the basketball been there. Style, like you was probably fresh dressed, had the decent gear. Like when you step out, you got your bros asking you, hey bro, how does it look? You just like say, bro, that's cool, but you can do this, do that, and everything. You be alright. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? That's hard. I like that. As far as you know what I'm saying, I also see you with the online growth. Like you're featured on some pages, predominantly black male and Greek places. I seen you, and I'm like, bro, really moving. So just talk about your social media and how you built that out, how you started with that.
Yeah, man. So that was like another process. I went through another phase of my life where I was trying to be like this influencer. So I worked with Newport, some fashion things, behind the scenes. Where I was like doing a segment, did like a Biles segment where I was literally traveling to people's houses, going in their closet, whatever was in there, and I was just styling with their clothes, and it was a pretty dope segment. But just building that, I built that, starting through college. Starting through college, I've always been in fashion, but I think most of the people that I follow and also that really genuinely follow me, they've been following me since college. And that's the most beautiful part because they've seen the growth. They've seen, the process. They've seen the Gentleman's Guide. They've seen when I was blogging before. So they've seen everything before the point where I'm at now. And that's one of the reasons why I get so much love from it. And it's not, I can care less for like 2,500 likes. Right. I'll take my 500 because I know it's authentic. Right. It's more genuine because those are people that's genuinely like me and commenting because they actually love what I do and they seen the growth. So just building that, trying to post. I slowed down, but I'm trying to pick back up. I had some things I had to deal with in my business behind the scenes. So I'm picking back up, but it's good building.
No, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear. And definitely, and then as soon as I met you and you told me you did suits and everything like that, I went to your website, and that's why I was so blown away by your social media because we see a lot of African American young males that start businesses or start movements, and they don't really take care of that. They take care of it like they might have extra stuff on there. Don't need to be on there. You were really business oriented, so that really stuck out to me, man. So taking a step back to, Chicago and growing up, can you give me like a couple of moments that helped you persevere? Because I see the perseverance with your business. As far as COVID and everything, and how you got through that and navigated through that very well. Just give me some childhood memories where you had to persevere. Just a few.
It's been a couple, man. It's definitely been a couple. Growing up in Chicago, of course, that when I say that terminology, people hear it, but they don't feel it. Right. It's a difference, you know what I mean? So, I've definitely been involved in some things that, I shouldn't have been involved in. I've seen some things that I probably should have seen legit, but some of the situations that I've probably been in, I was facing expulsion. I'm about to be expelled. I was a star basketball player at my school. Fighting. Exactly. Just fighting, bro. Growing up, that's the environment we live in. I'm not proud of it now. Growing up and being the age I am, I'm almost 30. So growing up and really just having a mental, I'm not proud of it. So once again, that's something I had to adapt to. So it's definitely one of those situations where I had a choice to make. No, for sure. I think I got arrested for that situation. Didn't get a record or anything, but I got arrested, and I think that was one where I was like, all right, I got a good thing going with basketball. Right. I really want to throw it away. So it was one of those situations where I just had to really become a bigger person. So people say something slick or when a guy act a certain type of way or act out in school, I can't really attend to that. I think that's the biggest part that really took to me.
That's hard. I liked it because what that does, that shows me that you've been through some things in your life where you had to make a decision. the same way in your business when you had to make a decision. Like, I don't like working for nobody.
Yeah.
So I got to make this decision that's going to better myself.
Yeah.
And like the same thing when you were a child, like, I got basketball moving for me. I can't throw it away fighting and being in the streets with dudes that probably don't got no future.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's just the reality that we live in.
Yeah.
So whenever I see like your business and, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, childhood, I like to put the two together. You know, we actually friends, you know what I'm saying? You invited me out to your business opening, and, you know what I'm saying, that was also proposal and everything. It was a beautiful event. So, it's speaking of that, you've been in Houston for a little bit, for about 2 years now. Yeah. Tell us some of the best things you like about Houston and the H.
Houston dope, man. It's definitely something settled, I would say. You know, we've been from Chicago, it's a little bit more fast paced. So here's a little slower. Something dope about Houston, the weather, of course. You know, it gets sometimes too hot for me. But I think the vibe is where it should be. You know, it's a steady vibe. You know, it's not like up and down. Like, you know what, when you come to Houston, you know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know, like, from the people, they got the same type of energy, you know, from partying, you know, to, you know, having a good time, wanting to drink, or just being chill, you know, more conservative. So that's something that definitely, you know, gravitated towards me a little bit. Just the vibe I get with Houston. That's why a lot of people, you know, they love coming here.
Nah,
it's definitely a different type of.
Nah, they do love coming in. I see the traffic every day, bro. They love coming in. I see the traffic.
Yeah.
And you the first person I heard say the weather was good, man. You know, but it's probably different from that cold weather out there in Chicago. Yeah. That snow a little different. That snow a different animal. I've been in that snow. Yeah. I ain't like it too much. I ain't like it too much.
It's not that bad, man. Houston, like I said, with the weather, the only thing I probably dislike about it is, of course, my business being here. It's not bad, you know, I love it. You know, business is still great, but the hurricanes, you know, I'm not really big on hurricanes.
For sure.
I have to deal with it, you know what I'm saying? So just a peace of mind, you know, like I really got to focus on a hurricane.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to hit me or not, it's like I don't want to.
You don't want to even have that in your on your psyche. But one more thing, the cold, I like the cold. You can dress in the cold.
Oh, yeah.
You can dress. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put on a nice sweater and be nice, or you could do the trenchy and get your Samuel L. Jackson on, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
But nah, segue into your business in Houston. I know you got a grand announcement to when you're going to be taking your business, man. Yeah. So go ahead and let the people know when you're going to be taking it.
Yeah, man, I'm be relocating at the end of this month, man. We're going to D.C. Definitely, it's a lot of government up there, you know, politics, attorneys, you know, a lot of people that demand what I bring to the table. Like I said, I don't post as much as I used to. I'm starting to get back into it. That's mainly because I just do a lot of behind the scene work, you know, with running ads, you know, focusing on my Yelp and all things like that, you know, that really brings, you know, the clients.
The intangible.
Yeah, it just gets my brand out there. You know, I think it's bigger than just posting on social media. A lot of people build a brand from that. I think at this point I've built a brand that people know. If they don't know my brand, they know me.
Right,
if they don't know me, they know my brand. You know?
Right,
so
exactly.
I don't have to post every day, all day. You know? Of course I would love to, but I'm just too busy. You know, I think I was just talking to someone. I'm almost at 300 clients.
That's a hallmark.
It's a big milestone for me, man. You know, you're talking to 300 different people. You know, that's
crazy.
That's insane, bro. Like,
that's insane.
You know, to be a small business, what it is, you know, with just one operator, which is myself, Taylor, to reach almost 300 people and style 300 different people. That's big.
Nah, that's super huge. I like that, bro. And shout out to DC, bro, because I got a real relationship with DC because my pops, he went to school in DC. And now my little brother going to school in DC. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a different, like, I ain't never been. So, I got a reason to go to my little brother now. And so, you know what I'm saying? And I know Pops want to go back to his old alma mater, shout out at you. But definitely Howard University, my bad. Because there's a couple up there.
Hampton.
Yeah, you got a couple up there. So, Howard. But definitely, bro, the DC vibe, I feel like that's going to be huge for you, bro. Just because the attorneys, the stockbrokers, you got different people that wear suits every day due to the inclement weather up there, and then it's gonna be shot the city, man. Man, John Wall, Bradley Bill, pull up, get a suit, bro.
And I was just there like 6 days.
So
beautiful. The weather, gorgeous. You know, everybody's, you know, you could tell, like, even when they dress up, you know, or just go out in general.
Right.
You could tell, like, They only grown men, grown women type.
Right.
Like jeans and like people putting on slacks.
Right, no more jeans, t-shirt, and
J's.
for sure.
They really stepping, you know, and that was beautiful to me. So that really sold me, you know, just to wake up every day, talking 6 days straight. And I did that just to see if I could live there. You know what I'm saying? And being able to see that every single day.
You was good.
Monday through almost Sunday when I flew out. Well, I flew out the next week, but yeah, that was beautiful. That's all
hard.
right there.
That's super hard, bro. I like to hear that. I like to hear the growth of the growth because I was there when you did your launch of your platform when you had when you was at the business park. What's the name of the cannon, right?
Yeah, Cannon.
Yeah, I was there when you there, and that was huge. Just the amount of love and support you got, just seeing from people and everything, and just seeing they was just like, bro, a black young man has his own station, but then you was like, nah, this ain't even it, y'all. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, man. And it is because even the people that was there, you know, if you noticed, it was intimate. You know, it wasn't like I'm not that type of guy.
Right.
I'm not that type of guy to like throw a big parade. You know what I'm saying about milestone accomplishment. You know, it's cool if people do that. I'm not discrediting them, but with that, it was more intimate. You know, it was people that genuinely, like I said before, watch me build this brand. They seen J. Biles, tutorial, JBS at its lowest. You know, when it first started, scraps. You know, and every person that was there literally seen it manifest to what it is today and where it's going. And that's what it was about. You know, so it was definitely a good time. I hope you had a good time.
Nah, great time,
beautiful
bro.
Setting. You know, with dope people and dope vibes.
Dope people, dope vibes, man. And you know what I'm saying? It was also a milestone, man, when you took that step of manhood, bro. Yeah. That's big, bro. And I said you did something that I ain't done yet, dog. You got on one, you know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of you, though. Nah, real talk. I ain't there yet, bro. I'm still active out here, but this is what it is. But no, it's big, bro. And speak on that because I have a lot of women listen to my podcast. Yeah. Tell me how supportive of your lady and how key she was into all this happening.
Very supportive. Very
Like
supportive. You know, everybody needed an extra push. Like that, especially men. Us as men, you know, we get real stagnant at times. You know, and we get as some men. I won't say all, but some men definitely they view things one way. You know, they get so tunnel vision, which sometimes I do, to where I'm just so locked in the end game that I knock off everything on the side. And that's what it's for. Like they bring a certain level of balance, you know, so you can take a step back, focus on this because that little focus is vital or pivotal to your business.
For sure.
So small things like that really help me get over the edge, and man, she helped me do a lot of things, man, especially in business.
Nah, the extra push is key, man. Shout out to Black Queens out there. And you know, my future one watching, hey, the extra push. But anyway, man, back to the subject at hand, man. So I want you to, I love the DC move. I love the growth I've seen in Houston. Where do you, like, you know, maybe you might want to speak on this, but where do you see it, like, growing as far as, like the mountaintop? I said, like, where's the mountaintop for your business?
Well, I've already said it.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I'm dedicated to it. I'm committed to it, and I don't see it altering. You know, so me personally, I don't want to be because I get this question a lot, like, are you looking to be this, you know, worldwide business? You know, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not because I feel like I said, I'm almost at 300 people.
Right.
And you talk about just me. I work for myself. And I don't have nobody, no interns. You know, I did a few interns, didn't work out too well. So you're talking one guy serving 300 people, you know, in a matter of 4 years.
Man,
that's pretty big, you know, because it's difficult. You know, it's very difficult, and I say that for several reasons. One being because I'm young, I'm black. So what are the odds of people with that type of money trusting?
Exactly.
Starters, you know.
Exactly.
Two, I have a lot of tattoos, and I show them. Because that's me, you know.
Right.
A tattoo on my body means something.
Right.
So that's another thing that I had to, you know, persevere through and really figure out how I need to present myself because I can't hide all my tattoos.
Right.
Every single time. Yes, I can put on a suit, but to be honest, I wear casual looks a lot too.
Right.
That requires me when I take off my suit jacket, my tattoos show. You know, so just learning, you know, from my etiquette, make sure my etiquette is all the way to the T. My verbiage is to the T. My intellect is always to the T. So I started reading crazy. a lot, man, over the last few years. And I was an English teacher too, so I was always reading. But I started reading just to make sure, like if anything, at the end of the day, you're gonna come to me. And that's really what I present to you. Because I hope my demeanor is powerful enough to show them like, hey, this is something I'm true to. I love what I do, and excuse me, I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Exactly.
When it comes to fashion, you got people that's in it, but they're not really in it.
I got you. I feel you.
Like it's deeper than just putting colors together and putting. It's a lot deeper. It's about being creative and really exposing someone's character through clothes. Expression. And I love it, man. So my business person, back to your question, not to get off topic, but I only want about 5 locations, bro. To be honest with you, 5 locations. And I was just telling a friend of mine, it'd be great to make millions.
Right.
Always, it'd be lovely,
Right.
But me personally, where I come from, knowing how I got here.
Right.
Even if it's 800,000, I'm okay.
Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so 5 locations.
That's beautiful.
DC is definitely going to be one. Definitely going to bring on Chicago. Another location I probably want to do, New Orleans.
For sure. They're easy.
New Orleans for sure. And then the last 2, I'm really not sure yet. It's
Right.
not going to be New York. I get that question a lot.
Right.
It's not going to be New York. And I feel like New York is oversaturated.
For
A
sure.
lot of different things. That's one. And I feel like my business flourish in locations that has a demand, but with the skin tone I have,
Right.
they love it for that, So,
For sure. Us as black people, us millennials, we starting to have a little more money than our mom and dad did.
Yeah.
So I rock with what you said about your business because, like you said, you got 300 clients.
Yeah.
If 300 people paying a decent amount of money, I mean, your pocket's nice. You know what I'm saying? You straight. I'm gonna keep it a book. I don't know. So you all right. And then as far as what you do in your business, you get a couple of clients. You know what I'm saying? John Wall, Bradley Bill. I'm really talking to y'all. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? You get of the calibers that you need. Then you just like, all right, well, I'm good. I'm in my lane. And you do it for the love of the game, like basketball. Like we tying everything back to the court. Because that's how I kind of picture a lot of things.
Sure.
It's the love of the game, bro. So, like, of course, the most money, but, man, am I happy with what I do every day? A lot of cats got a lot of money, but they ain't happy with what they do.
Yeah.
And so that's why they say, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I see all these rich people commit suicide and all these people because, the money chaser, everybody think, like, I need to have all this, all that to be successful. And they don't really know success is how you define it.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, and it's another thing to piggyback on what you said. A key piece of success that people probably don't pay attention to. In order to be successful, you have to be happy. Your happiness is the biggest of everything. Outside of success, right? Because if you're not happy, how can you be successful?
Right,
mentally, you're not going to be stable.
Right.
I mean, so the happiness, I feel like a lot of people find happiness in different things. Some people may find happiness in money. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I'm not one.
Right.
Yes, I touch a lot of money. That's not my happiness, though.
Right.
My happiness is really just being at peace. Being serious, like coming where I come from, it's very traumatic. I see people. I have family. I have a younger brother. That is just now starting to grow out of his traumatic experience. You know what I'm saying? And it's traumatizing. Big brother. You know what I mean? So it's like it's situations that you just don't get out of, mentally, not physically. Because I've been left Chicago 2013. But I literally mentally didn't leave.
For sure.
Until like 2017, bro.
17.
Honest,
Man, it's crazy.
I wasn't bad. I really wasn't a bad guy. I always have a golden heart, but my mentality of just being a Chicago guy, because that's what it is still in you. That's all I do. And it led to like 2017, and I think that's the most biggest accomplishment. That I mentally, have just letting that go and understanding. Yeah, I know I'm from there, but I can't carry that with me. Where I go. So
is it like trust no one type a little bit?
That also just very aggressive.
Right.
Not saying I was like going out trying to start, you know what I'm saying, but it's more so like my demeanor. I had to work on that.
Right. Even when you just chilling, somebody walk up to you.
Yeah, and like it was more so with me being in the suit industry. I had to work on me being approachable. You know what I mean? Like I think that was the biggest thing. and it may be my demeanor, my expression, facial expression, whatever. And I had to really work on that, and when I did, I realized I let that go.
Right.
So that was the biggest thing. Just make sure I'm approachable, because Chicago people do have a certain demeanor, and it's not because we're aggressive towards people and we don't like no one. It's just we don't want to give you the room.
Right.
We could be played with. That's really what it was about.
Off the dribble, I already know what time it is, bro. That's just good. I'm glad we dug into that. I'm glad we really just came, bring it all circle from where you started to where you went to the, the business to just the mentality of way back home, man. So, as I like to tell all my guests, man, I appreciate you for coming. I appreciate you for being, a great friend,
for sure.
A great person, and I wish all the blessings and luck to you in DC. Like, extremely. I want you to be the best you can be out there, bro. And I got to do whatever all of my guests, man. Please plug everything in here and let these fans know where they can find you, where they can shop, and what's the next steps, everything. Just plug it in, baby. Plug it in.
Sure. So once again, my name is Biles, Biles Tutorial, JBS for short. My personal Instagram is Biles, which is JB as in boy, LES with an underscore. My business Instagram is Biles Tutorial. That's with the same as SARTORIAL. Instagram, Facebook, the website, of course, jbilestutorial.com. Anything I want to leave is pretty much, man, just find your happiness. It took me a long time to do it. When I found it, that's when doors start to open. I built great relationships, friendships, that you'll see, and I think that's the most valuable thing. I found my happiness, but I have authentic friendships, genuine friendships, and people love me for me. They accept me for me, and I accept them for them. So find your happiness, man, and everything else will work out for you.
Man, for real, find your happiness, stay blessed, stay beautiful. This is the Flytill Podcast. Coming at you once again. Have a great evening, and we out of here, sir. Just like that.
How you gon' win if you don't sacrifice? Life a gamble, I'm all in, gon' roll the dice. For losing, I gotta